Sure, building a small forest around a power plant in an age where electricity was basically a new thing and it was really easy to blow things up. Yeah, that's a great idea, Neo. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Anno 1800. I'm Neodyinamite today, ladies and gentlemen. Finally, we are going to Crown Falls because we have to finally start fixing this dumpster on fire. And oh my god, there is so much work over here. Oh, Jesus. So as you all know, ladies and gentlemen, last time I finished building this island over here. Okay, it's not completely finished. I still have to do the decorations. I still want to do the warfare. I want to, you know, put some bushes and stuff like that. Still have to optimize this thing a little bit. I need to finish the harbor and so on and so forth. So this island is not exactly finished, but it's operational, right? It provides me with resources. It provides me with workforce. So for now, I can leave it as it is. I think I can maybe try to dedicate one episode just to decorate this thing. Because I've noticed that some people actually do this thing and apparently viewers like to do stuff like that. So I don't know. Let me know what you think about this. Yeah, do you want me to actually sit with this thing with you and, you know, try to decorate this entire island? That's the thing I would like to actually know. Still have to like decorate a little bit this island over here. Still have the terrain around the local department to decorate. So yeah, you know, there's still a few things we could try to do over here. But for now, we're gonna focus on Crown Falls. So let's see what we could try to do. What's the general plan? The palace is gonna probably stay over here as it is. I think, yeah, it's the palace range is somewhere over here, more or less. I'm kind of thinking about moving the palace a little bit, you know? I'm kind of thinking about moving it back here, even. Do not exactly have it at the center of this island, but actually, you know, put it maybe over here. Like next to the mountain range. I should have enough palace modules to have its influence over at the harbor over here. I think. Right? So probably that's gonna be one of the things I would like to do. So that means that this area once again will be free for me to use, and probably this is gonna be the place where I want to put the warfare, right? So the warfare will get moved back over here as it was before, and later on we have to also move the botanical garden, which is currently standing over there and not doing anything. A lot of people were pissed that I've destroyed the garden surrounding the botanical garden, but you know, that's the thing I have to redo anyway. I also want to probably build a zoo. I was thinking that I'm gonna build a zoo over here because it's close to the sea, right? So, you know, you could assume for a second that because we will have like animals from the seas, right? From the oceans, and they kinda prefer to have salt water, you know? So like, we could assume for a second that, you know, the people living over here, like, they hired engineers and they've made some type of a pump system that basically takes the water from the sea and pumps it into the zoo, right, for the animals to survive in. So we could try to assume something like that. I think this is like a nice terrain over here. Or we could try to make some important structure over here. Maybe like an important embassy here, for example. You know, to have this view over the seas. That could also be the thing. Then I could try to maybe make the zoo... Okay, maybe not over here, but maybe somewhere over here, next to the harbor area. Yeah, that'd probably be cool. I don't know. So those are like the things I'm gonna leave for the viewers to decide. First things first, though, I need to get myself some free ships, some empty ships. I have a few over here and one over there. Actually, that one needs to go around and harvest me some scraps with the scavenger ship. And I think, yeah, I think this one is free as well. Yeah, this one's free as well. So let's move you over here. Later on, I'm gonna move this ship to actually some important matters.
You can rely on us.
Okay, you can actually be over there. Ah, great. There's another one over here. Transfer you here, please. Okay. Right, so... The thing is, if you guys don't know, there are achievements for Anno. And yeah, you don't play this game on Steam, so that means those achievements are only in-game. You won't be able to see them on Steam unless... I think you could buy Anno on Steam for some time, but later on they've scrapped the idea or something like that. There are a few achievements I would like to do still, and some of them I need to do on Crown Fall. So there was an achievement, if I can only find it. Where was that thing? It was somewhere over here, I believe. Supply Metropolis on Crown Falls with trade routes for only 5 minutes. So that means I need to supply it only by trading. That means I cannot be producing here anything. All of the mines need to disappear, all of the factories needs to disappear, even the refinery needs to disappear, the lumberjacks needs to disappear, everything needs to disappear. Every single thing. Well, of course that actually is producing something. So yeah, we're gonna try to do that thing. So that means that this area over here will be free. And I think this is gonna be the section I want to start building my grand city. So we're gonna try to build ourselves a new probably investors like district over here. I'm just thinking exactly how we're gonna do this thing with the bank. Because if I'm gonna move the palace back here, right, and open up this thing, then I'll have to move this. I will have to move this. The bank's is over there, so yeah, the bank's position is actually calculated because I've mirrored the bank of the position of this bank over here has been mirrored to position of this bank, right? So it's basically a mirror. So I could try to leave that thing as it is, I believe. I don't think I'm gonna touch this thing. Yeah, great. But the problem is that I need to connect somehow the railways to deliver fuel for the electricity. Yeah. And you may ask why exactly I needed the empty ships. I needed the empty ships because, you know, I'll be destroying those factories over here and they're gonna return me some of the resources. So, you know, instead of like wasting time to gather more resources, to gather new resources, I'm just gonna use the ones I already have over here, just in forms of buildings. So I'm gonna destroy the buildings, I'm gonna get some of the resources back. I'm actually gonna build myself some additional warehouses over here. Yeah, I'm gonna sure, let's block the battle cruiser over there. Battle cruiser? That's how you call this thing?
They are free.
Yeah, battle cruiser. Okay, let's keep destroying this. Right, I got a bunch of resources. Hell yeah, baby. Yeah, the trade union needs to disappear. Those factories need to disappear. Those needs to disappear. This thing, that thing. Hell yeah. All of those juicy resources I'll be able to reuse. Ah shit, I was actually not supposed to destroy that thing. Okay, grab you and move you away. Okay, I got a few warehouses over here. I don't need them right now, but you know, later on, once I get the achievement, I actually would like to have some type of industry on this island. I'm not saying exactly right now, at this very moment, but eventually, you know, having some type of infrastructure over here, I think it's completely fine. So I'm not gonna completely destroy this thing. I'm gonna later on leave blueprints for me to use once again. But as I said, for now, the majority of the factories will have to disappear. Okay, that thing works.
What's the point of all this?
Oh, I forgot about the quest from that. Whoops! Oh well, you know how it is. Sometimes you lose, sometimes you forget about the fucking gas technician freezing his ass in the Arctic. To be honest with you, I sometimes like watch other YouTubers who play Anno, and you know, just to check out what exactly they're doing. You know, maybe try to figure out something cool and stuff like that. And I noticed that a lot of people follow like this weird ass blueprint for cities. I mean, it's fine, right? Play the game as you want. Nobody's gonna tell you how to play the game. But you know, in my opinion, I think that people follow the blueprints way too much because of the previous Anno games. Because the previous Anno games were made in such a way that you need to maybe kind of follow the blueprints, you know, because of the upkeep and stuff like that. In this Anno, there is basically impossible to have problems with money. It's impossible. Like, if you're gonna see on my income, I think I'm making quite the money, right? I'm making quite the millions over here. So,
This city is a
in my opinion, this is one of the unique Anno games where you should not exactly worry about the layouts for the housing. Oh, hello. Oh, residential building, so nice. You're not supposed to worry that much about, you know, making the layouts. In my opinion, this is actually the first Anno game that gives you a truly freedom when it comes to building, especially if you're gonna load yourself the big islands. But then again, that's my opinion, right? If you feel like you want to follow the blueprints, that's up to you. I completely don't care. Like, as I said, it's your city, it's your problem. So, some of you actually wonder, how do I build my cities? Like, how do you build your cities, Neo? Well, when it comes to normal cities, such as like this one, okay, maybe this is a bad example, but let's say cities like this, right? I don't exactly follow any layouts over here. The only thing I do is actually, because if you don't know, I have this this theme of mine where I try to combine the production buildings along with the housing districts, right? So expect of farms, right? Because obviously, okay, and maybe expect of the pig farms because this is basically too hard for me to implement it to anything. But if you're gonna go, for example, to this islet over here, I think this is the best example I had. Or maybe no, maybe actually this is the best island I have. Yeah, this is the best example I can give you of the theme I'm trying to roll with, right? So I got a farming area over here that has like this village neighborhood, you know, farmers and shitloads of farms around them. Then over the river, you got actually the city, right? So you got the city with artisans. You got some workers living over here. There are no farmers whatsoever. Okay, maybe a few of them. I should probably try to upgrade them. Just a few farmers here and there. But, like, the majority are actually workers and artisans. And then, literally next to them, you got the production facilities, right? So, beer over here. As I say over here, I even got the trade union, right? So, a bunch of breweries. And then over here, if you're gonna select the trade union, you're gonna see that actually I got shitloads of bakeries around this place, right? And if you won't select this thing, you won't be even able to notice that there are actually bakeries around this place. So this is the kind of the theme I'm trying to follow with my own cities right now. And I really like it. Apparently people also like it. So yeah, as I said, I just don't follow a blueprint when it comes to making something like this. I just, you know, go with the flow. Right, the only thing I worry about is sometimes I have to redo the links a little tiny bit to provide them with necessary services. So when it comes to building the investors district, that's a completely different story, because I use a bunch of specialists for them, and it's kind of important to stick to like a maybe not exactly a layout, but to stick to few principles that you need to follow in this thing. I need to actually calculate. Okay, I think I can try to do this thing over here, right? So I'm gonna make you here. Does this thing mirror the... More or less it mirrors? How big is this thing?
An explosion in one of your factories.
Yeah, in the Arctic. No, that's something new. I was completely not expecting that something's gonna blow up in the Arctic. Honestly, I'm starting to feel when they were making the Arctic DLC, they hired Michael Bay, okay? And they asked him, "Hey, Bay, listen, we're trying to make this DLC, right, for the Anno game." "Okay, what's the Anno game?" It's, you know, it's a building game thingy. So we got this idea of the Arctic region, and we were thinking, could you actually help us with this? "Oh yeah, sure. So make the snow explode." "What?" "And the water. Make the water explode all over the place." But kinda having exploding water is impossible, you know, because we have ships. "Okay, just stick to the exploding snow. That'll be fine." Okay. Like, literally, if you're gonna go to the bloody ass Arctic, even the fucking snow over there explodes. Jesus Christ. And my mistake, I've clicked this thing and I forgot what I was to do. Okay, so this is gonna be 100. I use the road tool to basically calculate, you know, distances. So let's see, this thing needs to be 100. Okay, so 100 is somewhere over here. So this thing should end more or less over here. Like this. Okay. And that means that this place over here should be the district, but I don't think this is gonna be possible. Okay, I may actually have to redo this thing in the future. I'm gonna probably start from the coastline, you know, and then we're gonna just go towards the island, not the other way around. I think that actually has a better idea. So if this thing is gonna disappear, like such. Okay, we got the coastline somewhere over here, right? So if I'm gonna leave, let's say, 2 tiles of road. Yeah, 2 should be enough. So I can do something like this, right? And we have some area over here I can later on use for something. Okay, that doesn't look half bad. So the bank could stay here. Okay, how many of those I can squeeze? Not too many. Oh, there's another one over here. Seriously? Oh, it's a blueprint. So if I'm gonna do something like this, so we have 2 districts next to one another, right? And I have some mine facilities over here, so how much I want to leave space away from this thing? Like, let's say this many. It's gonna be a lot harder than I have expected, because I'm going into this episode kinda blind.
Workforce short.
I didn't prepare anything on paper for this time. Another thing I would like to have over here is to provide all of my citizens with
festival has
electricity.
ended.
I know! What the hell, man? Electricity! You never wanted to provide electricity
City
to
has
anybody.
gone ugly.
The thing is that, you know, I really want to eventually get myself the mod that will remove all of the cables because it's so damn annoying. But, yeah, I want to give...
I hope I can gradually seed change.
Yeah, I'm gonna seed one change, that's for sure, with you. I really wanted to provide those people with basically everything. She have bought a share of my island. Which one? Okay, that's a surprise.
Attention for the Admiral.
Wait, what the heck? What's this ship doing over here? Okay, that's interesting. Where is my fleet?
Attention.
Send the fleet over there and prepare to take over the island once again. Send this ship. I don't know what's he doing over here. Okay, so I'm gonna probably put the power plant over there. So that means the location of this town hall will have to change as well. Okay, I could try to put some decorations around this thing. Maybe should try to build it a bit closer. Yeah, I think I can build it a bit closer still. If I'm gonna do something like this. Okay, and then I'm gonna try to do like double tracks all over the place. So that means that we can potentially have a road over here. Alright, if I'm gonna do something like this. And then a road over here. So I can technically speaking remove that road, but that road is just indicating the size of the harbor itself. So for now I'm gonna leave it as it is. So this is gonna be one of the roads that go around, right? So that means that this is gonna be also the edge of this neighborhood. If I'm gonna build you like this, okay, you got more or less access to the town hall, which is great. Can remove this thing temporarily. Move this thing here, so those people still get the benefits of the club. Okay, so how are we gonna decorate our neighborhood right now? How are we gonna do this thing? I'm gonna surround this thing first, so more or less I'll have information. What are the edges of this territory that I want to work on? Okay, what is power plant up here? Get out of my sight. There we go. Also need to remember that we need to build them hospitals, police offices, and of course fire departments. Yeah, that kind of works. And because I got myself a bunch of, you know, ornaments over here, we could try to go a little bit crazy with this. I'm just not exactly sure how crazy we're gonna go with this. Yeah, that's a good question. Also, eventually this thing needs to be within access of the palace. Because for reasons. Maybe, you know what, maybe I actually could try to build a palace over there. Huh. I'm trying to figure out a good place for the palace. But as I said, maybe actually I'm just gonna move it to the back a little tiny bit and make the warfare over here. It's still like work in progress. This entire island is work in progress, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I want to have myself... Actually, you know what? Let's get ourselves a fountain. Yeah, that's gonna work nicely. Now, let's put ourselves some, you know, some banners around so the people will know to who they are allied to who their allegiances belongs to. I could try to maybe work with this thing. Yeah, and of course I have to leave a bit of a road over here because the town hall can only get connected to the palace by a road. So yeah, that's a bummer, but you know, I just have to flow with it, I guess. Something like this, I guess. And then we could try to use this thing over here. Aha! So I came up with something like this. I don't know how this thing is gonna work in practice, but obviously I'm gonna later on change the road, right? It's just like a temporary thingy. Let's see what else we could try to create over here. I think I can just get myself some more bushes. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, devil. But then again, if I'm gonna make something like this, I really need the... I don't really need the road over here. I basically don't need the road. I can make something like this, I guess. There we go. And then just surround this thing with more plazas. Yeah, okay. And the road only needs to get sticked over here. Okay, there we go. Now we need to surround this thing with roads. All the way around, like such. And I'm kind of thinking about continuing this theme of roads over here. Like this. And like this. It kind of works, I think. The only problem is that this thing later on needs to get influenced by the bank, but the bank will be so close that I think I can go a bit more crazy with this district. The district further away would be probably a bit more, you know, calculated. And if I'm gonna connect you here, yeah, ought not all of the houses will get provided with electricity. Well, shit. So I think a neighborhood like this should work, right? I've like slammed a bunch of houses here and there. Moved the power plant a little bit down here, so you know we can actually try to provide electricity to almost everybody over here. So that kind of works. But then comes the problem that those people over here. Okay, if the palace is gonna get moved up here, like over here, right? This entire neighborhood needs to disappear. This palace will get moved up here. If I'm gonna move the palace up there, then I'll have this space here and this space here, technically speaking. Yeah, I think it's gonna work. I think it's gonna work in a longer run anyway. I'm kind of thinking also about making some decorations here and there. Yeah, probably. I could try to build a hospital, I think, over here. Yeah, I think this is like a suitable place for it, right? If only I could find it. There it is. Yeah, it actually fits, but you look at that. So build a hospital over here, so the people on this corner will be provided with the proper medical care. And I can also try to build myself a police department somewhere here, which kind of would fit. Also, I could try to fill up this thing with, I guess, with engineers. Or more investors? No, I think engineers would be nice to get over here. There we go, and then we can try to make decorations around those things. And I could try to maybe make a smart statue over here, and then we can try to fill up this thing with more houses. Yeah, that should work. Yeah, just wait till I'm gonna finish my proper capital. Oh, hello. Yeah, I think this is gonna work. And I left myself some space over here for industry, but then again, if I would really want to... Okay, I could try to get this thing here, because we have some harbor area over here. So, you know, for increased production. But somewhere around here, I could also try to leave myself a little bit of a space for a little bit of industry. Not too much, just a little tiny bit, just to add a bit of a variety to the buildings. Maybe actually at the main harbor area over there. Because this is gonna be like this. This harbor area for visitors, I guess, for guests. Yeah, I think I'm gonna turn this thing into like a docking area or stuff like that for the fleet. Also, I have to remove this thing over here. We are no longer relying on ships, boys. We have better things to do. So right now, the only thing I'm doing is adding some more decorations. The thing is that there are like a bunch of cool-ass modes that you can use in order to have some unique armament decorations, but I don't have that mod yet. I should have probably downloaded before the actual recording of this episode, but okay, whatever. I'm just gonna roll with whatever I have access to, right? At least for now. But yeah, probably at some point I will start to use that mod just to add a bit of a spice to this entire city. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, gonna add this thing over here. Right. I'm gonna, of course, turn all of this thing into proper investors, right? Eventually. I've made myself a members club. Hi. Members club over here. Because I can afford it. That's not a problem, literally, for me. I mean, look at all of my money. And I'm gonna be making even more money because I still haven't unlocked this thing, which is gonna give me a huge money boost. And also, I'm not providing them with gramophones because of reasons. And of course, we have to eventually give those guys coffee, which is gonna also give me some money. So yeah, I'm gonna have sooner or later like lots and lots and lots of more of those things. Even though those guys don't require exactly electricity, because that's gonna increase only the number of people I'm gonna have, which is in turn is gonna increase the tax.
Are dim drones to Queen Bee. Still, we need someone to do the dirty if we're to drag this city kicking and screaming into the future.
Yeah, that was a harsh truth, to be honest with you.
Ship under attack.
What? Which ship? Oh, really? You want to do this thing, De Silva? You really think this is a good idea? Okay, well, if you think so, that's thank you for all of your contribution of money that you have spent to buy this useless dog.
Just go waltzing in.
Oh well, I need to change him at some point, I guess. Right.
You
So
lost control of one of your islands.
no, I didn't. Okay, we have to. Well, I have to basically
Your
just add some
enemy's
more
resistance
decorations
is
here and there. But I cannot fit that thing over here. That'll be cool. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna probably stick to those things temporary, like those. If I could only somehow build all of them when I really want them to get built.
Of a virtuoso.
Oh, please tell me there's somebody good. Please tell me there's somebody good. Please tell me there's somebody good. Please tell me somebody. Lucius! Haven't seen you since what? 3 Anno games. Yeah,
The
if you don't
festival
know,
has
that's a reference to one of the main characters of one of the previous Annos. One of the hard AIs.
The people celebrate your
Cardinal
leadership.
Lucius. I think he was, yeah, he was actually quite strong. He had this really cool story with him, because by all means he wanted to have war with the Orient. Yeah, he was a fellow of faith. I wonder what exactly happened. Well, okay, apparently he is a pope right now. I don't know how that thing happened. Apparently the pope was a lot more happier to declare war than the king has expected. And also, just like in the previous Anno games, same goes with this one. Basically, the monarchy, which in this game is the queen, the previous games was the king, is a tool. He is basically a tool, right? He's so dumb, or she is so dumb, that they won't see betrayal, even if you're gonna richly tell them in their face, like, listen, your highness, he's trying to betray you. Nah, he's just playing like that. He's not trying to betray me. No, he just tried to assassinate you. Nah. Nah, I don't know what you're talking about. Nah, he never tried to assassinate me. He's loyal to the crown. And then in the final mission, it's like, I have never seen that thing coming towards my face. I wonder why. Yeah, because you're a tool, you moron. Okay, you know what? Actually, move this thing aside. Okay, I moved that thing a bit too far. What does it think? There it is. I don't understand why this game does not have, by default, like, tons and tons of ornaments. I just don't understand this thing at all. There you go. That one fixed, I think. Actually. There you go. That's much better. Okay, what else we could try to add over here? I'm trying to stick to this theme of the base with those tiles thingies that we have here. It's not exactly, you know, that easy all the time, but I'm trying to work with it. And we're just gonna add ourselves another statue. There we go, that works. Whoa, attractiveness.
My portmanteau has spilled out
Highest
everywhere.
level achieved. Oh, my heart. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, that's the thing. Okay. You also have to decorate this thing a little bit. I could try to go with bushes, maybe. A little bit. Yeah, there we go. And same goes over here, I guess. I mean, why not, right? Let's add a bit of a diversity here and there. That's what YouTube likes, right? Diversity. Oh no, Neo's going political. Oh no. He's gonna get banned from YouTube. Oh no, Susan just cannot wait to ban me with the ban hammer. Okay, there you go. I think the neighborhood more or less is ready. It's not like super fancy, right? I need to get like some proper inspiration. I think I need to get myself a pen and paper and just, you know, build this thing as a proper way. So now I'm gonna do, basically I wanna gonna move this district to that district over here, right? So we have to remove all of those houses. There we go. And now it's time for the boring part, which is basically moving all of those guys to their new old homes. Just like that. It's gonna take a while, but hey, what I can do, right? I'd actually prefer to move those guys if I wanted to build them from anew. Now, normally, what I would do, if I would be developing this neighborhood, is I would put this guy inside, like this guy. You get this guy as a reward from completing one of the quest chains in Cape Trelawney. As you see, if I'm gonna go to the quest book, I only got the quest book related to the staff thingy, right? But I finished the other one. The other one is related to the actual Crownfall Island, if you can actually call this thing an island. You have to basically you need to build yourself the warfare, you need to give the queen some engineers, yada yada yada, and eventually she's gonna give you this guy. This guy over here. And he's awesome when it comes to advancing engineers to investors, because he's gonna provide you with coffee. The thing is that you can only get one of him. You cannot copy that guy. Well, unless you're gonna use some mods, then you can actually copy him. But there is no legal way to get more than one of those. So basically, I use him when I want to evolve a housing block into the investors, right? I just put him inside of the town hall, and he provides me with electricity. Then I move like a power plant or something. Of course, you have to provide them with the rest of the resources. And with that thing done, you get yourself the investors, basically in no time. So that's how I do. I'm gonna probably do that thing later on. I don't know in this episode. I need to check like how's the record time right now, because you know I have this clock thingy and it's currently on a different screen, and I cannot access it because it hid it. I don't know why. But the idea is that, of course, I will have to build myself new investors districts here and there, which I'm gonna do in the future, not today. But that's gonna be basically the concept. I'm gonna make myself the town hall, gonna play out some roads around, stuff like that. Then we have to move that guy inside, and then move the farmers in, get the workers, get the artisans, get the engineers, and finally promote everybody to the investor class. And look and behold, that's how you get that thing, and you get yourself a ton of money. Like, if you get the investors and you still got problems with money, then you're doing something wrong with this game. Like, in my opinion, there are basically 3 stages of making money in this game. The first stage is once you achieve artisans, which basically means that you give them beer or rum, and from that thing you make cash. You make like quite a lot of cash. Actually, that's the second phase. The first phase is before the artisans, and it relies on you to sell ships to Archibald, because he's gonna buy every single freaking ship you're gonna give him to him. So I just lay out myself like 3 shipyards, and I constantly build boats. Boat after boat after boat after boat. And with that thing, I just swim to Archibald, sell him the boat, get the money, and make more boats, right? The thing is that I'm almost certain that back in the previous Anno games, there was this fancy tool that you could give to your ships, and that thing allowed you to board the enemy ships and basically overtake them. I'm almost certain I saw an item like that somewhere in the past, and I don't know why they have decided to remove it from the game. They just did. And it's no longer like a thingy inside of the game files. And that was actually a cool ass item. It would work really well in this game, I think. But then again, you know, piracy. Like, I would actually love... Hey, look at this. It's nice. Very nice. I would actually love if Ubisoft would, you know, give you some more tools to play around with when it comes to the Navy. You know, because the ships are like a really important part of this game, of the Anno series. That's why I'm so pissed at the Arctic DLC, because I was expecting here, and I said this thing many times, I was expecting here that you're gonna actually be doing exploring, you'll be sending expeditions, you know, you have to provide tremendous amount of resources to send an expedition somewhere. You know, it's gonna be harsh, it's gonna be like blizzard all of the time, it's just like snowy, but it's not an actual blizzard. This fog area idea thingy is actually cool, but the only thing that this is necessary for is that sometimes you get quests, and the other thing is that you just have yourself an airship and you send it around to find yourself the lost expedition scrap. And that's the only thing. Like, 1/3 of the map is just like flying around and trying to look for little oh, see, speaking of the devil, it's flying around looking for little boxes. It's such a waste of opportunity, in my opinion. That DLC could be great. Like, it could be really good, but no, it's screwed up. And as by standard, we're gonna put... Where is that guy? I'm gonna put this guy inside. Actually, no, not. Let's go with... Where's the other guy? There he is. Then put this guy inside. Then put the book inside. And then what else we could try to put inside to get more money out of it? Happiness. Income per house. Okay, we can try to put one of those. Workforce. Not really need workforce. Bonus income. From champagnage, rum, schnapps, yada yada yada. Bonus happiness. Not exactly the thing. Maintenance. Nope. Newspapers. Income per house. Chances of fire. Sure, why not? Oh, really? You get banners of the anarchist? No. I don't want the anarchist on this island. Screw him! And I'm gonna build myself another power plant over here. Okay, that works. Let's see. Yeah, I have to move this district as well. So then I'll be able to move the entire palace back here. Yeah, I think I can still squeeze that thing somewhere here. I also would like to have, you know, a market somewhere around here. Probably a church. That'd be great. Just to add a bit of a variety to this entire thing. How am I gonna do this thing though?
The festival has ended.
Okay, the main road goes over here, so I think I can... Yeah, I could try to squeeze a house or two here. Which would go great, I guess. The actual big problem I have is that I'm not exactly sure how in the heck I'm supposed to connect the railroad around the island. That's probably I should have looked into before trying to build anything. But the damage has already been done. And there's something I can do with it. So, yeah. Okay, you know what? Maybe leave it as it is and try to make some fancy decorations around this thing. Yeah, I think having more decorations here would be nice. Gonna remove you guys temporarily. Give me a second. Yeah, if I'm gonna do something like this.
Has ended.
Okay, then we can actually make a small road connection here. Then
Has grown ugly.
I know my city is growing uglier. It's growing uglier like every 5 seconds. Those guys goes here. Remove this guy. Okay, then 3 once again. Make some decorations. Okay, a bit more than 3. There we go. That looks nice. Okay, slowly and steady the city is growing as intended. Now I got some space over here that we could try to use. Building next to the power plant. Ouch. Double ouch. This is something I really wanted to avoid, but apparently now I can't really avoid it. I think I can make some trees around this thing just to hide the power plant. The power plants in this game are so damn ugly. Why? Why? Can somebody please make a mod to change the textures? I'm even gonna pay for that thing. Just give me a mod that changes the textures of the power plant. So you can actually put it inside of a investor's district and, you know, don't regret it later on. Please. Please, I'm gonna pay you for that thing. Just do that mod for me, please. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. It's so ugly. Crap. No, not the tree. I want you to move the investor's block. There we go. And I think this is gonna be enough. Yeah, it should be enough. Beautiful. Okay, just swap this thing because I don't like how this thing looks. Right at you. Same goes for this guy. Yeah, okay, that's I can roll with that thing. Hey, it's growing nicely, what I can say. Sure, building a small forest around the power plant in an age where electricity was basically a new thing and it was really easy to blow things up. Yeah, that's a great idea, Neo. That's a really good idea. Yeah, I know. Like, if something's gonna blow up, something for sure is gonna blow up. Okay, you know what? Just to be sure. There we go. Okay, now I'm safe. Now I'm completely safe. Yeah. Nothing bad can now happen. Alright, so this district is more or less like finished. I've made like a little hospital over here, make like a little park. That's a lot of people, holy shit. You guys don't have anything better to do? You're destroying the grass! Jesus. Okay. Alright, I still have to move this thing. So probably for that thing, I will have to do something fancy here, but... Wait, actually, you know what? I think I can... Yeah, I can build... I think I can build a town hall, but... its position is gonna be questionable. There you go. Another district is basically ready. So we can now delete all of the houses. Like such. And now we're gonna put in the real houses. The real deal. So that means I think I'll be able to move this entire district over there. And with this, ladies and gentlemen, I will have enough space to move the palace a little bit back. So that will be open me the way to get myself the wood fair over here, and basically from here, I'll be able to continue building my grand new capital city of Crown Fall. Holy shit, that is a tongue twister. For me, that is. Okay, let's just put those things over here. I think... Okay, you know what? Maybe I should try to add a bit more decorations around this place. Just a little tiny bit. Yeah, I think that'd be fine to actually add a bit more decorations here and there. So, you know what? Because I wanted to go, like, a lot of housing over there, but I've changed my mind. Because that's the beautiful thing with Anno. You can be building something, and in the middle of it, you like, I don't want it here. I don't like it here. I don't want it here. I wanted to change it. You know, make me something else. And that's exactly the thing you can do. You just change stuff all the time. Like, once you got the money, once you got the resources, once you got a powerful fleet, you just change things all the time. Because, you know, it's a building game. You're supposed to change things. And if you don't changing things, that means you screwed up something and it's just too fucked up for you to try to change it even. And this thing goes here. Okay, then move that house over there. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, and there's some houses over here. Right, what about this place? I think I can... Now, let's move this thing a bit closer. Yeah, something like this. I need to change the shape of the houses. Where is the... Not this one. This one. Like this. And I want to do the same thing over here. Come on, give me the proper blueprint. There you go. Okay. This looks a lot better already. There you go. So that's more or less how this thing is gonna end up looking, at least for now. I've redid a little bit the bank area because I didn't like it. I've decided that I'm gonna copy the thing from here and I've moved it over there. Outside of the members club, right? So basically that's a copy thingy. Though I think I could try to copy the members club over here maybe. Just to make it look like, you know, a bit more unique. Like, if I'm gonna copy this thing and try to place it somewhere over here. Yeah, I think that would be great. We just have to demolish this thing temporarily. Okay, use the copy tool once again. I need to, like, get myself some more rarities here and there. But for now, I think that this should be completely fine. Okay, maybe not that much because it's gonna go over the main road that I want to make over here. Unless I can try to build it on a different side. Yeah, that should fit. That should be nice. Beautiful. Nice. Haha, sweet. And I got some more space to allocate a bit more of the investors' houses over here. So I think I can try to squeeze 2 more. So let's do that. Okay, and now I just have to... Oh, there's still a bunch of place around it. Oh, because the road is over there. Oh, whoops. Sorry about that. Move it a bit to the back. Like such. No. A bit to the left. Okay, make the road over here. Right, and now let's copy something. Okay, I think I can copy this thing. Alrighty, and then relocate this thing a bit. Like this. Okay, this looks nice. And actually, you know what, just to be sure that everything is gonna go according to plan, do this thing here, and I'm gonna do exactly the same thing over here. Ah, nice. Very nice. Very, very nice. Okay, we still have to do some decorations over here, though. Because I want to wrap up this episode, this is over here, I'm gonna show you like a thing that actually annoys me, because I see this thing all the time. People, when they want to make a forest, let's say you want to make a forest over here, right? So they just select like a random tree and then do something like this. And they call this thing a forest. I mean, yeah, sure, you know, it's a forest, right? Then you got like more ambitious people. So let's say like me, so I got like an area, so I just, you know, build a few things like this. A few bushes, a few smaller ones. Okay, then make like a little bit of grass, you know, make some other stuff over here, and like I do something like this. But if you're like super lazy, then instead of doing something like as I just show you, you can go to the workers tab, and you have this thing over here, the temperate growth. You use this thing and you just drag it around, and the game's gonna at least try to give you different trees. See? I mean, yeah, still, it's not gonna be like the best results, because, you know, you could add a bit more bushes. The game is gonna try to add a few bushes here and there. But if you're like really lazy and you just want to, you know, have a forest, an actual thing that looks like a forest, then try to use this tool instead. It's just gonna look a lot better, right? You're gonna have different trees and it's just gonna look really, really good. Alright, so the final thing I need to do is just put those guys over here. I'm gonna copy the same thing I got over here. So, as this guy, what is he? Okay, then the bank guy. Look at my money. You guys look at my money. I'm gonna be looking at the specialists I'm gonna be putting here. I got a lot of jewelry, so basically this guy is just to, you know, limit my my need for producing jewelry and stuff like that. So I'm not getting increase in that. All right, what's the other thing I want to do? Oh, I don't have those books. Oh, shit. Okay, temporary we're gonna pull the anarchist. Actually, no. Temporary we're gonna put the anarchist. Ooh, this one's nice. Chances of fire 100%. Oh, that's just great. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, is there anything else? Happiness -8. Happiness, workforce, income. Yeah. Yeah, great item to put over here. Sure. Let's use this thing temporary. And here I'm gonna put, let's say, happiness -4. Okay, later on we have to, of course, put different books here, but, you know, for now, I think this actually goes along with the plan. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, for now, I think I've managed to finish at least one section of the city with the investors. Obviously, there's gonna be more of them. I have decided that I'm gonna go with the train tracks over here, right? So they're gonna go this way over here and probably make a go around and then access the rest of the island. I don't know. We'll see how I'm gonna exactly do that thing. I still don't have a good idea for that, I believe. So yeah, next episode, I'm gonna move the palace. It's gonna get transferred over here. And we're gonna return the world fair over here. And I'm gonna make like this, I hope, some nice surroundings around it. And after that, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know. We'll see. Of course, eventually we have to fill out this entirety, the entirety of this island. So if you guys have some cool ideas, we could try to implement it to the thing. Let me know in the comment section below. I also need to like demolish this thing eventually. But all of that thing and many more upgrades to Crownfall is gonna be the thing I'm gonna try to do during the next episode. So yeah, I think that's everything. Probably. Eventually, we also have to go back to the Arctic and fix some stuff over there. But that's gonna be the thing, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna try to do during the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Please up a lot. See you in the next video.